Barack and I were raised with so many of the same values. Like, you work hard for what you want in life, that your word is your bond, that you do what you say you're going to do.
My parents impressed on me the values that you work hard for what you want in life, that your word is your bond, and you do what you say and keep your promise.
Well, I'm complicit. I'm the same like him. I support him. I don't say enough. I don't do enough.
No.
That you treat people with dignity and respect, even if you don't know them and even if you don't agree with them.
That you treat people with respect. They thought and showed me values and morals in their daily life.
Where I am, I'm working like my ass off. I know. With Christmas stuff that, who gives a about Christmas stuff and decoration, but I need to do it, right?
Mark and I set out to build lives guided by these values and to pass them on to the next generation, because we want our children and all children in this nation to know that the only limit to the height of your achievements is the reach of your dreams and your willingness to work hard for them.
Because we want our children in this nation to know that the only limit to your achievements is the strength of your dreams and your willingness to work for them.
And they said, oh, what about the children that they were separated? Give me break. I was trying to get the kid reunited with the mom.
Begin with the sharp, necessary truth-telling that has become Ana Navarro's trademark. She is once again holding the Trump administration to account, this time focusing her criticism directly on First Lady Melania Trump, and it's not difficult to understand why. This forces us to confront the question that has defined Melania Trump's public life. What is real and what is simply performance?
I always say that my wife hates Donald Trump almost as much as Melania hates him. You write in the book, literally, and I'm using your words, not mine, Melania blank hates her husband.
That's a quote from one of the people in the close Trump circle.
It's crucial to understand that Navarro's powerful opposition isn't just a reaction to recent events. She has been one of the most consistent and courageous conservative voices speaking out against the Trump brand of politics from the very beginning.
I'm really tired of hearing words like disappointed, like disturbed, like I'm bothered, like I wish he wouldn't do it. It's time that somebody looks at the camera and looks at him and calls him up and says, listen, you crazy lunatic 70-year-old man baby, stop it. You are now the president of the United States, the commander-in-chief, and you need to stop acting like a mean girl because we just won't take it.
For Ana Navarro, that kind of divisive behavior isn't just a character flaw. It's an attack on the unifying values that she believes truly define the American people.
That there is not one single label of Americanism. America means loving your country. America means sacrificing for your country. America means putting your country first. It does not mean what language you came here speaking. It does not mean what holiday you celebrate. It means patriotism, love of country, and shared values. It has nothing to do with culture.
We've heard the fiery, unfiltered, and direct critiques, but these passionate takedowns raise a fundamental question. Who is Ana Navarro? What's the story behind the strategist who has been one of the most prominent and consistent Republican critics of Donald Trump for nearly a decade?
I can't get past the fact that we have a president who lacks the sufficient character. We have a president who is mean. We have a president who is nasty. We have a president who is immature, unstable, and just acts like a crazy person with anybody who attacks him because he's got thin skin and he is never going to pivot.
But in Ana Navarro's analysis, these aren't just descriptions of a mean and nasty person. She argues they are something far more alarming. The well-known characteristics of a dictator.
I lived through a right-wing dictatorship in Nicaragua,
Tell us more.
And I lived as a child through left-wing dictatorship, the socialists, the Sandinistas. What do? They like to ration things, right? So the things that are coming out of Trump's mouth sound like rationing for the American people. I agree with you. He's not a socialist. What he is a authoritarian, and what he is a corrupt hypocrite.
So when reports from insiders claim that Melania hates her husband, it frankly doesn't come as a shock. It aligns perfectly with the narrative many have observed for years. Ana Navarro isn't just creating controversy. She's giving a powerful voice to what millions of Americans see. shining a bright light on the undeniable cracks in this administration's foundation.
Navarro tears into Melania. Trump, please spare me. The View host called Melania's letter to Vladimir Putin so hypocritical you almost can't believe it. The View host Ana Navarro took time out of her vacation to hold Melania Trump's feet to the fire over the performative hypocrisy in her letter to Vladimir Putin. I just can't with the performative hypocrisy from these people, Navarro wrote in the caption to a video post on Instagram Tuesday. Think about what her husband, what Donald Trump is doing to the children of immigrants in America and to U.S. children of immigrants in America, Navarro says in the video. How many of those children are living with the fear or their parents being dragged through the streets of America, their car windows smashed in, their parents beaten by masked men and disappeared? This falls under the category of stuff that's so hypocritical you almost can't believe it, she added. Donald Trump hand-delivered Melania's correspondence to Putin during his meeting with the Russian president last week, in which she pleaded with him on behalf of the children of Ukraine during the country's ongoing war. Every child shares the same quiet dreams in their heart, the First Lady wrote. They dream of love, possibility, and safety from danger. Trump praised his wife's letter on Friday, telling reporters from the Oval Office, "She's got a great love of children. She has a wonderful son that she loves probably more than anybody, including me. I hate to say it." Navarro called the letter BS, however, as she advised the First Lady to start a little closer to home, girl. Melania Trump is telling Putin to preserve the innocence and purity of Ukrainian children, Navarro says in the video, before offering the First Lady a few weak claps for the letter. Yay for her, that's a good thing. But you know, maybe she should turn around and say the exact same thing to her husband, because there are children in America crying, suffering, going to bed in fear, returning to homes that are abandoned and empty, not knowing where their next meal is coming from because of what her husband is doing. The political strategist and commentator has never considered the First Lady off limits when it comes to her criticism of Trump. She notoriously posted a nude photo of Melania from before her marriage to Trump, as his campaign was attacking his election opponent Kamala Harris over her dating history. "You want to go low? I'll happily go 20,000 leagues under the sea," Navarro wrote on Instagram at the time. "This country deserves a debate on real issues affecting us all. But you want to make this an issue? Bring it on. I've never seen naked pics of it Kamala Harris or her spouse." When The View's conservative panelist Alyssa Farah Griffin took Navarro to task for posting the images, she expressed zero regrets. "You defeat hypocrisy, and you call it out when you see it," Navarro said on the show. "I am going to call it out every time that I see it."
And, so whether he's a socialist or not, I think is not a relevant question. But he does have authoritarian characteristics that I think are far more troublesome. The attacks on the media, the attacks on the arts, the unwillingness to accept election results. I mean, he's still there, and he won't accept the election results from 2020. Those are all things that dictators do. And so I will keep saying that he walks like a duck, he talks like a duck, and he looks like a duck.
In the end, Ana Navarro's years of commentary force a difficult question upon the viewer. Are these simply the critiques of a political opponent or the prescient warnings of a canary in the coal mine?